Okay, so I thought I'd just go over, you've got a couple of videos about ratios that I've posted in the material section, but I thought I'd just go over a couple of the examples out of your book. I'm on starting on page 316 in your book at the moment, okay? And then we'll flip forward a couple of pages as well, yeah? Okay, so let's, I'm not sure if what we did with these ones before, I'm sorry if I repeat question that we've done before basically. Let's have a look at question 3, okay? Question 3 here, you have a table, we have what we're making, cheese scones. Do you know what cheese scones are? Do you have cheese scones in Libya? 200 grams of flour, we have butter, 25 grams, cheese, 100 grams, 1 egg, and milk, 2 tablespoons. Okay, so these are the ingredients. Now when we're talking about ratios, all we're doing, as it said in one of the videos, all we're doing is comparing one thing to another thing. How much of one thing do we have in comparison to how much of another thing we have? And that's all you need to work it out as, okay? So it starts here, question A here, okay? Question A here says, what is the ratio or what is the relationship between the mass of flour and the mass of cheese? All we have to do, we start with the first one. So it says, what is the mass of flour? So we write down 200 to the mass of cheese. And then we just write down 100. And that's it really. Now you can write it down in 2 different ways. You can either write it down as a fraction. So this basically is 200 over 100. Or we can write it down using 2 little dots, a colon, if you know it from the English. And so we either write it one on top of each other like that, or we write it next to each other, and we write the 2 dots there, and then the next one next to it like this, okay? Now, I mean, this is a fraction, yes? Okay? But this is similar to a fraction as well. So whenever we write a fraction down, we don't write fractions with 200 over 100. We simplify the fractions down, yes? Okay? So if we simplify this down, we can simply knock off the 2 zeros there, and that becomes 2, 1. Okay? So the fraction of flour to cheese is 2 to 1. Or, write it down the other way, 2 to 1. Okay? And again, the other ones are simple then really. The B, we want the mass of cheese to the mass of butter. So here we have 100 to 25. Again, we can write it down in 2 different ways. We can either write it down as 125, yeah? Or we write it down as 100 to 25, like that, okay? Generally, I write things down like this with ratios, but I say you can write them both ways, okay? Again, we can't leave it like this. We write it down, we can divide both of these by 25. So we have 4 over 1, or 4 to 1, okay? Okay, so let's just finish off with question 11 on page 320. Okay, question 11 on 320. It says, a display has 300 lights. Okay, 120 are white, 60 are blue, 45 are green, and the rest are yellow. We don't know how many, okay? Yeah? It says, work out the ratio of white to blue. white to blue. Okay, easy. White, there's 120 white to 60 blue. Okay, again, as I said before, you can write it down in fractions. It's the same thing. Okay. Again, we can simplify this down. 60 goes into both of these, so we have 2 to 1, or if we write it down in a fraction, 2 over 1. Yeah? Okay. B, here, what's the ratio of blue to green? Again, we've got the figures up here. Blue to green. The first one, always write the number for the first one first and then the second one second, okay? So we've got blue to green here. So it's 60 to green, 45, okay? Or we can write it down as 60 over 45. Again, we can simplify this down. We can do 15s into both of these. So we have 4 to 3, or we can write that down as 4 to 3, like that. Okay? And then it says, what's the ratio of green to yellow? Well, okay, we have to go back a little bit here now, because we've got green to yellow. We don't know how many yellows we've got. Yeah? But we can work it out, because we've got 300 altogether, and we've got the numbers of the other ones. So how many yellows are there? Well, we've got 120 plus 60 is 180. 180 plus 45 is 225. So it's 300 minus 225. So there must be 75 yellow. Yeah? Okay? So again, now we've worked it out, we can just write down green to yellow. So we've got 45 to 75. Yeah? Okay? I can't think of any numbers there, but I know it can divide by 5 because both the numbers end in 5. So we put 9 there, and how many 5s in 75? 15 at the bottom there. Okay? 9 and 15 we can both divide by 3 over 5, okay? Or we can write it down the other way, 3 to 5. Oops, sorry, I lost my paper there. Let me go through that again. We got 45, we worked out we got 45 greens and 75 yellows. So we got 45 over 75. If we divide that by 5, we got 9 over 15, and then we got 3 over 5. Or the other way of writing it is 3 over 5, like that. Okay, I hope that makes it clear. Thank you.